Alrighty, so this is gonna be one of my longer YouTube long form videos, probably anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes. This is gonna be raw, no cuts. It's gonna be basically 100% authentic of just me talking directly towards you about how YouTube automation works and what it takes to actually become successful. From my own previous experience of running YouTube automation channels for almost 2 years now, and all I have with me is like a computer with like notes and like what to kind of touch on, but it's not scripted, no nothing. So it's 100% authentic and genuine. And so if you're serious about, actually getting into YouTube automation, this is something you've been thinking about for either a minute now or just even all the way up to months upon months, and you're finally ready to take action to start, this is going to be the video for you to watch because it will provide a ton of value for you towards how to build and run successful YouTube automation channels, what you have to expect, what the journey looks like, and also a lot of tips on like what you have to do to make sure that you get around the common roadblock. Sit back, relax, watch this at 2x speed if you need to, but make sure you watch the entire video. That's basically what I have to say. With that being said, I'll go through these points that I do have on my laptop and then just give you guys everything that you need to know to run a successful channel, right? So the number one most important thing when you're running a YouTube automation channel is you have to understand the skill of delayed gratification. This is not a get-rich-quick model. I'm sure you probably know that already multiple times, but with YouTube automation channels, you have to understand you won't get views overnight. You won't get views after the first week or maybe even the first month. You have to understand that this took me 4 years to figure out, and everything really only took off last year of spring 2023. However, that does not mean that you should be lazy and not do much about your YouTube automation channels, and all you have to do is research. Because watching these videos like this will give you what you need to know and the knowledge, but not putting it into effect and actually taking action to start your automation channels and improving your videos, getting better teams, right? You're not gonna make much progress. So you can't think of this as being lazy and being patient and just waiting, okay? Delayed gratification means, and I'll touch on this other point later, it means that you're working as hard as you possibly can, but you're expecting nothing. Number two I have is that the boat that you are in determines almost 90% of your success. So what do I exactly mean by that? The boat, which is the vehicle that your channel is in, which is basically the niche, right? If you choose a niche that is in a downwards trend, aka, newspapers, vlogs, challenges, those are so dead at the point where like they were trending 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even sometimes 10 years ago, taking consideration of newspaper. But those types of niches are the ones that no matter how good your production is, no matter how good your video editing is, no matter how good everything is, you will still not make money in the long run or as much money as you would wish, rather than if you have everything else quite normal, but you chose a niche that is in the upcoming trends such as AI, such as softwares, right? Those niches will actually help you make so much more money in the long run because you can always improve your freelancing team, you can always improve how well your videos are, but you can never improve the status of each specific vehicle, right? Anything that is upcoming, uptrending, or anything that is stable in general is going to be typically good for your YouTube channel, but do not choose anything that's downward trends, right? So you can literally, I kind of explained this already, but you want to focus on the videos and at the topics. AI is a super good one. So capitalize on the AI trend because even though a lot of people are doing it, AI is only going to get bigger and bigger. And with new updates, if you were the first person to capitalize on it, you will make money. So that's the other thing I want to touch on is that to get views, you have to have these two major points. You have to either be the first person to ever capitalize on it and touch on it or the best person, right? So whenever there is a new update or something that's going on within the whole world, an example of that would be Donald Trump getting almost, recently from an event. If you're the first person to capitalize on that, no matter how bad your video quality was, you uploaded it 2 seconds after that happened up onto YouTube, you will get views and you will make money off of your video. It could be a few $100s, a few $1,000s, but most likely you make thousands of dollars if you were the very first person. Even if it was like the worst 5-second clip ever, you will make money. And if you weren't the first person to upload that clip, right? But let's say you were the 10th person, but you had the best angling. It was 4K resolution, right? The audio quality was perfect. You did replays and engaged with the viewer to actually watch from start to finish. That's also how you're going to get views and make money. So you either have to be the first one, the early bird, or the best bird, the fastest bird, right? Really good examples of niches that do well is always celebrity news works well. And the reason why is because there's always updates and trends and things that are coming up and coming forth, right? And so there's really nothing that's gonna be dead in the term of celebrity news. There's always someone that's like Cristiano Ronaldo started a new YouTube channel. Boom, make a video about that, you'll make money. Okay, cool. Let's say Jake Paul has another fight, make a video about that, you'll make money. If there's beef between, I don't know, exes of celebrities such as Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, make a video about that. Kim Kardashian has beef with some other random person, make a video about that. You will always get views because it's also the viewers of celebrity news is usually on the dumber side. So you can actually get more clicks if you have a catchy clickbaity thumbnail, right? So the audience would be kids. No adults would watch celebrity news. So if you have one of those super eye-catchy thumbnails, right? You don't have to have the best video. As long as you get the click, people watch your video. And because they're dumb, right, inside the celebrity news niche, they will actually watch it for a good amount of time before realizing, oh, this is all crap, and they click off. So you will not only have a good click, but they would watch it for a good amount of time until they realize it's not what they were looking for. They click off, boom, you already made the money. So that's why celebrity news is one of the best niches, in my opinion, for starting a YouTube automation channel. Another really good one, like I said earlier, is AI, because there's always updates on new upcoming AIs and softwares that help change lives within jobs, within companies and businesses, helps entrepreneurs make more money. Not only will you have good views in those, but you'll also have a very high RPM. Because RPM is also based on who your viewers are, right? So location-wise, age-wise, if you have a very, very rich audience, such as audiences from tier 1 countries rather than tier 3 countries, or just audiences who are richer in general, such as if you made videos about what rich people care about, money, banks, you would make more money. But if you made videos about video games, pranks, stuff like that, blogs, you're going to attract the younger audience who doesn't have enough money to spend, and thus they are going to not make you as much money in the long run. So you always want to pick the vehicle that's going to make you the most amount of money per view that you get, right? So that kind of out leverages any other competition out there, right? AI is a really, really solid one. AI, celebrity news, evergreen topics, so searchable content, how-to videos. That's personally what I do the most, and that's what I love the most, is because these type of videos never die out. If you make a topic that is designed in a way that people can still watch it 5 years down the line, then boom, you literally have a cash printing machine that will pay you for years upon years, even though you only have to make it once. And so Evergreen is another super, super solid niche for you to get into. That's my personal favorite. That's all the channels that I run myself, okay? So that leads on to my next point, is that volume is super crucial when it comes to building success on YouTube. And what I mean by that is that when you start out on YouTube, you have no clue what works well for your channel. You have probably also no clue what determines a good video and what makes a video go viral or not. So you have to put in the hours of making videos, making titles, making thumbnails, uploading at the right times, and experimenting with all these different tactics to see what works best for your channel. Because if I post the same exact video on a channel in finance niche, or this is another channel that's in the sport niche, obviously one video will do better than the other, because not every single video is designed for the same channel, if that kind of makes sense. So you have to figure out what works best for your own channel, and to figure that out, volume, uploading all the time, is going to get you the most results, right? There's a saying goes like, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, but if you take 99 shots, maybe one of them will go in, right? So the more attempts you have, the more higher success rate of going viral will be. You can't expect your first 5 videos, your first 10 videos to get 1 million views. It could happen, but those are your experimenting and testing phases where you see why this video did not go well, what did go well, what could be improved to get more views. But what I mean by that, what can be improved is like, okay, cool, if I look into my analytics and I see that in the first 10 seconds, 90% of people clicked off because I said something that was not relevant to the title, I realized I have to stop the bluff and the flubber within the first 10 seconds and go straight into the juicy content. For example, if I had a video about Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, right? And in the first 5 seconds or 10 seconds, I showed, hey guys, welcome back to the channel, boom. You just lost your whole audience. But the first 5 seconds, if I showed a clip of Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez walking that was filmed by a paparazzi, that is what will retain, because that was the expectations of the people who clicked on the video, and thus they see that you have meet their expectations, and they're going to continue to watch the video because they saw that this is exactly what they're looking for. As the video progresses throughout, you want to also exceed the expectations of their viewers, so then they continue to watch hoping to get more dopamine out of the video that they clicked on, right? So that's super important as well. The next one that you want to do is that you have to figure out what type of YouTube automation you want to get into. And yes, there is multiple types of YouTube automation. There's browse YouTube automation and search YouTube automation. What I mean by that is that browse essentially just means that you're making content that people browse for, so they look for while they're scrolling and browsing on YouTube in the form of entertainment, such as when the recommended page, the YouTube homepage. If they find your videos that way, that means you're targeting the browse traffic. If you target search traffic, which means that YouTube goes onto the YouTube search bar and they specifically type in something and they try to come across a video that you have potentially made, then you get views that way as well. So that's search traffic. So I personally run search-based or evergreen YouTube channels. Search and evergreen, they kind of correlate super well together, simply because whenever people search for something, that topic is searchable for most likely years down the line, unless you literally made it as like a super trendy search-based thing. If you make search-based content, you have to make it evergreen. So for example, how to boil an egg, how to tie a tie, how to tie a shoelace, how to update your laptop, how to flip a water bottle, stuff like that people search for. How to flip a water bottle is a completely dead one, so don't do that. That probably existed back in 2016. Hey, you want to focus on the evergreen stuff. To put it in simple terms, the browse content, browse-based videos can actually tend to make more money if you are the best at it. So if you're the best at search versus you're the best at browse, you will make money off of browse, because browse, 70% of YouTube's viewers are from browse and about 30% of it comes from YouTube search. However, browse is also so much more difficult for you to actually get views, because you almost have to persuade or convince the viewer to click on your video. Whereas search traffic, they are already trying to watch your video. They're searching it and they're basically already have the thought in their mind that they're like, okay, I need to watch a video on how to boil an egg. All you have to do is provide what they need, which is a solution in the form of a video posted on YouTube. They see your video, they're gonna click on it. You don't have to convince them at all. So you earn that click so much easier compared to a browse-based video. And that's why search is super, super good. And on top of that, search-based content, YouTube is owned by Google, right? So Google also, you had this experience before where if you typed in something on Google looking for a solution to something, Google results will spit out YouTube videos to try to offer you a solution. And so not only do you get traffic from YouTube itself, but you also get traffic from Google. And those are the top two highest search engines in the whole entire online industry. First is Google, the second is YouTube. So you essentially double your income if you get ranked inside of YouTube and also the Google search, right? Because you're getting both traffic, they're all eyeballs are coming towards your video, you're gonna make the most amount of money that way. So in a way, search-based content can still make you a ton of money, okay? It could make you just as much as browse-based videos, but it's just so much easier as well to produce searchable content because you don't have to earn the click. Now, the metric here I wanna explain is 1 and 4. These are the most important numbers for you to actually make money to begin with, because let me elaborate a little bit. 1K subscribers, 4K hours of watch time. Those are the requirements for you to be able to monetize properly on YouTube and to be able to make a full-time income, right? You can have 1 million short form views or you even have 1 million long form views, right? But if you don't have 4,000 hours of people watching your content in the last 365 days, and those are the specific metrics that you need to meet to actually make money. If you don't have that requirement or you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you won't make a single dime. So those are the most important aspects and metrics for you to hit first. And that's why whenever I start a new channel, what I do is I usually find someone who already has those requirements met, and then I just get the channel off of them, there are suppliers out there who do offer pre-monetized YouTube channels. And that's actually a very, very good skill. If you can get a pre-monetized channel, you can start uploading with monetization enabled and you start making money right away, compared to waiting months upon months to try to get monetized yourself, which can still work, but it's just months wasted. If you just take into consideration that you think that this is going to take a super long time, what's going to happen then is that you're going to be complacent, you're going to be slow, you're going to be too patient to the point where you're lazy. That is not what you want to do. You want to be ambitious, you want to be hardworking, you want to be determined, you want to be stressed, not exactly, but you want to have that active feeling that you have to be able to pull this off as soon as you possibly can. But you know in the back of your mind that it most likely wouldn't happen in a couple of days or a couple of weeks. It usually takes upon multiple months to maybe even years, because it did take me years to figure out, right? So have that in the back of your mind. Do not quit YouTube automation simply because you don't see results and you're working too hard. right? Alex Hormozy says the most famous and successful entrepreneurs out there only got to where they were not because they were the smartest, not because they moved the quickest, it's because they had the delayed gratification of putting in the hard work without seeing any results for the longest period of time, right? Within entrepreneurship, within YouTube automation in general, you can never fail. You can only quit because it will always inevitably happen if you just never quit. You just kept on doing it. Years down the line, Mr. Beast even said himself, he would either die trying to become a successful YouTuber or become a successful YouTuber. It was only those two ways. And so if you never quit and you only continue to do what you have to do on a day-to-day basis, you improve daily, step by step, really small steps even, but you slowly increment and move forwards no matter what it takes, you will actually pull this off. It's just a matter of time. You will never fail. You can only quit. You have to study your analytics, right? To learn why some videos do better on your YouTube channel. If you only post video after video, you post the next thought that you have in your mind, you post the next video that you browse for, but you then never study why videos do well on your channel, and you don't know who your audience is, you don't know what makes your specific audience click on your videos, you don't know why, you're not gonna get views in the long run. So every single day, what you wanna do is go into analytics, look through your top 48 hours highest performing videos, and then see why they do well. Your top 1 versus your top 5, which one is, why there's a correlation in views between those two. Is it because this top video has a higher niche or a higher upcoming niche topic trend? The average view duration was higher, which made it rank higher? Or was it that the thumbnail was slightly better because it had more contrasting colors, right? You want to look through and study everything and write down patterns that you see specifically on your channels that show that it has a good result versus a bad result. And so not only do you want to read your analytics to find what works well, but you also want to read your analytics to see exactly why videos don't do well, so you prevent that from the future, so you don't get a dead channel. The last thing you want is to put hours upon hours in a dead channel. You want to experiment with different types of things until one thing hits. So you can't expect to only go all in on gaming for your whole entire channel when you just literally started a day ago or a week ago. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. So even if you have videos that don't do well at the start, keep experimenting with different types of niches or topics that you think has a potential, right? But don't throw a shot in the dark. You have to have some sort of social proof, some sort of showing that that niche or topic has potential. And the way you figure that out is by seeing that a competitor channel or a different channel has ranked and actually successfully pulled off views in that specific topic. If a smaller channel than yours can get views off of it, that means there's a more likelihood of you getting views as well. Because let's say 1 million views was on a channel with 5K subs, and then 1 million views was on a channel with 10 million subs. Which one's more likely to get views as well if you were to upload it? Most likely the one with 5K subs. Because why? They have a lot less of subscribers. They have a lot less reason to get views and blow up and go viral, but they still got the views anyways, right? Which means that that video should be implemented to your channel as well. Obviously, you want to add your own kick to it so you don't completely copy them, but you want to copy the basic framework down, because whatever works on one channel will work again for another channel, right? It's all a game of rinse and repeat and replicating what works until you make a lot of money. Once you figure out something that hits and actually works on your YouTube channel, you want to replicate it and solidify it down to your YouTube channel until it is here to stay, right? You don't want to just redo it a couple times. Like when you look at Mr. Beast in his old days when he was trying to go viral, last to do XYZ wins XYZ. He keeps on doing that even to this day because that's a proven concept that works well. It will get views, right? He just adds different twists, adds different kicks, makes the stakes higher. If you want to completely transform your channel in a way that you're uploading always what works well to the point where it's here to stay. If you look at the channel Iman Gaji, which I'm sure you guys all may know, he's basically doing the same thing where he's ripping off the exact same format of just giving motivational videos and giving you reasons on how to become successful, super generic and broad reasons such as daily meditation, eat good, right? Invest your money, delayed gratification, stuff like that. They are important, but he rinses and repeats everything. His viewers almost start to get tired of the same type of content that he posts, but packaged and designed in a different way. That's the point where you want to get your channel to, because all YouTube automation is the skill of rinsing and repeating what works. You're not ever creating something original. It's all just taking clips and taking ideas that worked well for other people, that worked well for your videos in the past, and then you just push it down to a new video, package it differently, and you put it out there. you'll get views that way. That's all what YouTube automation is. And so once you learn how to do that on your own channel, you will always get views. Your channel will basically never die out. There's a bunch of other channels who do exactly that as well, where they literally take the same exact thing, but they just package it slightly different, right? And if it works, it works. Keep on doing it until it literally physically doesn't work anymore, and then your viewers get completely bored of the type of content. That's when you then want to experiment with different types of content or find different formats. That's basically the whole gist of this video. Rinse and repeat, figure out what works, and just keep on doing it, right? And what I mean by that in specific is that if you find, for example, your titles always do well when you have it in all caps, if you realize the first 15 seconds you just have to scream at the camera for whatever reason, and that works well, like Morgs or whatever that YouTube channel that was cringe was, if that works well for your channel, you have to do that for all your videos until it stops working. The main goal of YouTube automation as a business owner is to make money for yourself. It's not to post cringy videos. So slow down the production, try to post as little as you can while still maintaining or growing your revenue. So you want to lean towards almost the science aspect of your channel of like, right, you want to only do what works well for your channel. You have to understand that every single video now from here on then will be made in a way to get as much views as possible, to make as much money as possible. So you're uploading less, making the same amount, if not more, with better videos that have a higher chance of getting views. Now you want to shift from quantity over to quality. So that way you can literally spend less money, but also make more money. You wake up every single day, you check your YouTube analytics, $400 created from the night before. Cool. You text your manager to see what the next project and the next videos are upcoming, to see that, okay, you have to put these videos in queue. And then that's it for your day. That's all you have to do. You chill out, you make more money later down the line. It's literally the best business model ever, and this is what literally funded my entire lifestyle. So I hope you guys all have the best success for your YouTube channel. That's basically everything I want to say for this video. Again, if you do want to learn more about YouTube automation and take this super seriously, I also have another 15-minute in-depth training video showing you exactly my own system on how I was able to make 10K a month off of Evergreen YouTube. So if you want to watch that, I'll place a link for that down below in the description, as well as I'll pin inside of the comments. So take a look at that. Grab that video. It's a free limited time training. So I hope you enjoyed this video.